On my mouth.
Boy, I swear, if there's ever anybody needing an instigator.
with this carrot juice.
The carrot juice, man.
I'm gonna
It hit.
start this.
It's hitting.
I'm gonna start this with the Modelo's.
You
Not
got
sponsored, but
you got
Yeah, the
Modelo.
Rocky Mountains.
Rocky Mountain.
man, no more TikTok. It's the countdown. It's like New Year's Eve.
There you go.
New Year's Eve.
There you go, Dan.
That's a great beer. Yeah, I have definitely approved.
You know, you see the lip, you see the orange. That's what's in there. That's what make the colors.
Yeah, it's all my all-time favorites.
This sucker tastes sweet. Don't even taste like no bad. I put a lot of orange juice in it.
Oh, you're making like a what is that drink called?
I don't know. It's just a blue moon with orange juice.
That's weird.
Mm.
It's a little bit weird.
Josh, you don't have your cup today?
The Grinch.
This what I'm on. Now the Grinch cup is inactive. I just got some red cream soda. That's it.
Red cream soda?
That sounds good.
That's fire. You never had it? This
Never heard of it.
He's so quiet over there. I forgot you was even here.
This a hood staple right here. I
I've
encourage
never seen
everybody
that
to
can
drink a
in my
little
life.
red cream soda.
A
If
red
you mix
cream
this
soda.
with Douce, crazy night. More children.
What? I've never seen that. What is that?
What are the flavors?
It's strawberry cream soda. This shit fire. Listen,
Oh,
so
okay.
take a big red or a Tahitian treat and mix it with cream soda.
Nah, that ain't never been in the hood, G.
You crazy as hell. I don't know what hood you in. This shit everywhere.
I never. That's like you just made that
Made up
shit.
drink.
Hey, listen, bro.
Made up
He's selling
drink.
it. That's his. That is Josh.
Before Kennedy
Geno's
banned this
product.
shit, I'm gonna enjoy this shit. You hear me?
Wow.
That sounds good though, because I love cream soda. Cream soda is so good.
Well, yeah, but it's a AMW, right? No, not AMW. That's the theater. What is the cream soda one? The
Right here, baby.
root beer one. It's like
Right here.
That's the
Bar.
brand.
It's the same. It's the same brand. That's why I was really thrown off.
Oh, it
It's
is.
a root beer brand.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, it is that.
No
I
more
couldn't see when you.
dads.
I can't see
Unfortunately,
when you.
this the only beer I drink. You know, but
I like more dad's root beer over the Barks, but you know, it's
yeah, hell yeah.
got a root beer preference, Kevin.
I was trying to think of
Goose
the name.
Island.
No, it's like
Goose Island got a good ass root beer.
You got like
Are you talking about
A&W?
B&W or
BMW?
Barks.
BMW.
B-
What is the name of
W
it?
or something?
Yeah, what is the name of that?
A&W is the one with the barrel.
Or is it IBW?
The root beer company.
It's the glass bottle ones. Have you guys ever seen the cream sodas in the glass bottles?
Yeah,
They do.
I think I know. Yeah,
They do
There's a
root
lot of-
beer. They're famous for root beer though. But they like if you go to the restaurant, they give you like the glass cups and shit, and you drink your root beer float in there, and they got cheeseburgers and shit, you know. And they do it the best. Like they're known for it. You know, like when I think of cream soda, I think of them, but you know, I'm horrible with names.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
they got to be a root beer float connoisseur. You know.
Yeah.
I made my own vanilla ice cream just yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. It was actually like we used cottage cheese
Mm.
and little vanilla, little
what
heavy
the?
whipping cream.
Cottage
Right?
cheese.
It's weird. It's weird, you think, but it actually works. It's a banger. Put it in the Ninja Creamy.
Mm,
Oof.
that's okay. I would maybe taste that.
Oh, for a root beer float, where it's, you know, the ice cream.
I was going over like editing and shit for like the podcast, and then I was like, you know what? I was like, Dan looks like he would be like a guest on like Joe Rogan's podcast. Like you look like somebody who would be on there. I don't know. I was like, oh shit.
I got to worry about the thinning hair, so we got to go with the hat, you know.
Mm.
Once these last rabbit checks come, you can go to Turkey, get that taken care of. You know?
To get the Brian Urlacher.
No, just when it does happen, I think just go for the shaved bald headed look. You know,
Yeah, my
Michael
dad
Jordan.
rocked the horseshoe, you know, the back horseshoe. That's what I call it, at least. It was like, I don't know if I could do that. I might have to just go full bald, but
Mario wears the wig now.
You got the wig.
Oh, don't hey. Oh, this is my hair. Hey, so hey, what's the topic today for the podcast?
Oh, we're actually speaking about. Well, let's start it. Welcome to the Last Rabbit podcast. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Kevin the Creator, and today co-hosts are Dan, Jeno, Jackie, and Enlighten.
And who
Real Red.
Real.
the hell is that? I don't know no nigga named that. What the fuck you just said?
Enlighten.
Enlighten one.
He killed that character.
He killed
Yeah.
it. He buried it.
Oh, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
Never knew him.
So he's real now. Started
That's crazy. How can you guys change your name so much? Like,
because it's podcasting.
Jackie,
It's
again.
loose rules.
Nobody knows that person who you're talking about. I don't never heard of that.
Dan doesn't like that he changed his name.
I just didn't know. Enlighten one is kind of a good name.
It was.
I mean, you got Charlemagne the God, so I mean, what's Enlighten one compared to?
Yeah, Charlemagne. I'm not calling him all that though. I'd be like, it's Charlemagne.
The bitch.
so how do you guys feel about TikTok going bye-bye?
a wrap.
Love. I don't know, man. How I feel about it. I'm pretty sure I might miss it a little bit, but I don't know.
Well, it's like, why is it going? Is that real?
Well, really, it's not going anywhere. It's just America is threatened by the idea of so much at the influx of, I think, 170 million users' data being in the hands of Chinese government, and what type of leverage or edge that can give them in case a peace treaty failed. But TikTok is definitely not going anywhere. I just think that there's going to be a transition of ownership. But Trump is in support of TikTok. He felt like that helped his campaign a lot.
Who own it? The Chinese people own it, right?
I think the guy is from Singapore, but
Yeah,
he's
Singapore.
partnered in with the
shit?
Chinese government somehow.
Well, what you mean? Then they finna take it from your ass. Ain't no more TikTok, man. You just let it go. Let it
No,
go.
they're not taking it. Basically, what happened is America told them that they have to sell it to a U.S. owned company. They're open to selling to Elon Musk potentially for supposedly $50 billion.
I heard that they said that they didn't want to sell it, and that's why they
Initially they didn't, but they're not selling the whole TikTok. They're selling the U.S. There's millions upon millions of
Where you get that information at?
I mean, it's public spectrums for everybody to see, but
I know. I'm saying, like, where did you personally see it at? Is what I'm saying.
from my personal news sources, just the things I look up. You know what I'm saying?
Seen it on TikTok.
But it's basically public information. Like, it could be found. Basically, they are willing, rather than TikTok being shut down, they are willing to have some type of arrangement where a person of their investors of their comfort can take over the U.S. aspects, meaning that the U.S. data would be controlled by a U.S. company, but the larger aspects of TikTok would still be controlled by the original owners.
And this kind of thing affects you bigly because
it technically affects Backpair because
Bigly.
99% of our traction has literally been from TikTok, which I've showed you guys. We've done great numbers, but I'm not threatened by it because TikTok will probably be down for one day. Trump gets into office, and immediately after he swears on that Bible, he's probably going to give it a 90-day extension. And then after that, that gives enough time for proper investors to close the deal. But like I said earlier, I think it's an excellent chess move for X and Elon Musk to acquire TikTok because it kind of gives them a fighting edge, just how Meta has Facebook and Instagram.
well, the thing about X is you got to pay for those like kind of platforms.
You have to pay for all platforms. You don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for Facebook.
It's the same thing with X. You don't have to pay to have an X. You have to pay to use certain features of X the same way you have to pay on Facebook.
Yeah, but
The
people
difference
don't like
with
that.
X
People
is
don't
that
like that shit. They're like,
the-
it's free or it's nothing. Give me everything you like, all your technology for free if I'm fucking with you. Or, you know, they're like, oh, you could, like,
that's
even for like,
unrealistic. That's
even
like
for
telling the landlord, hey,
podcasting.
I want to live here, so let me live here free. It's
Yeah,
just
fuck yeah. Why
not
not?
fucking.
Yeah.
This is capitalism, Brody. We in a capitalistic society. But X is gonna turn into an amazing platform because it's gonna be a payment system. It's gonna have a lot of things that go beyond social media. You know what I mean? And tying TikTok to that is amazing for people like me who've monetized TikTok. You know, there's a lot of edge there. So there's many creators who make vast money like I do, or way more money than I do, and you know they'll feel that effect. But I don't think that they're gonna let that.
They said the app ain't finna be in the Apple store. They finna take the app from the Apple store.
Only for one day. But if you already
Yeah.
have the app, it's gonna it'll just black out. So it is, you'll log into it tomorrow. It'll have that banner saying, "Hey, we're temporarily banned." Whatever.
I wonder where you heard all this new information that I'm just hearing for the very first time.
I'm a person who's monetized my TikTok, brother. So I'm getting direct information.
I
as
ain't
well.
saying you
No.
why you acting like why you acting like
No,
I'm
no,
saying
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, you know, people who are involved in the platform.
You
that are
talking though,
monetized-
you talking so strong, like I'm saying you lying. I'm not saying you lying, son.
So,
No,
so the
I'm-
thing
I'm
about,
just
so the
wrong
thing,
because it's a
so
big
the
part
thing,
of one of my businesses.
so
You
the
know?
thing about
I've
TikTok
made-
is like, there's a lot of people with like a lot of like real, you know, like tragic stories, and people are depending on TikTok as a way of income. You know, like,
Tragic stories.
yeah.
What you mean, like people begging?
No. All right, for
Should
like
or
a,
are?
Death. You talking about
So
death?
an example is what he's explaining, because we were talking about my cousin. He was in an accident, in a car crash. He got, on the 4th of July night, he got hit by a drunk driver. His fiance passed away, and my cousin passed away as well, and he survived. But he had very serious injuries and stuff. And so, you know, like it was very big on the news in Chicago and stuff. So the news interviewed him, and then he made it to TikTok to tell his story. And, you know, and he's been going through the grieving process and explaining all that stuff. And so he gained a lot of followers. And this has helped him financially, especially because he has not been released to work again due to his injuries. So like those kind of tragic stories are like where people get help from people on TikTok, because it's so easy to gain followers and people to hear your story and support you. And then, you know, he's helping other people as well. Like he said, you know, like he's thankful, but that he can tell his story so that people can hear it and understand that drinking and driving is very serious. You know, it's nothing to play with like that.
Right.
yeah, he got hit by a drunk driver. But, and there's like people who get like their arm ripped off in like motorcycle accidents and stuff that I've seen on TikTok. And
Well, I mean, TikTok is an influx of all type of ways to monetize.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is that the algorithm is orchestrated in a way that it gets people of a similar community together faster. You know what I'm saying? But the fear of America of how they're able to do that is the amount of invasion they're doing in your data to bring you together. You get what I'm saying? So like,
but they need to. They need to. They need to know what you like. Don't you get it?
To each their own, right? But the real issue for America is like government officials who use TikTok, and how you should not have a government device on there where those things can be compromising.
We're
But for
past that though. We're past that with
independent citizens-
AI and like drones and shit in the sky. And then like they're trying to worry about TikTok. They're just trying to distract you.
No, listen.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
trying to make
yeah.
money. They don't want, well, in my point of view, is that they're trying to take it away so that all the American followers can make it over to their platforms that make them money. I don't see what's the problem. Like, we've been using this for a lot of years now, and you're telling me that they haven't gained all the information needed of supposedly what they're trying to, you know, hide from them now. Like after all these years, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you guys, we need to take this away because of privacy and, data and this and that. And it's like, dude, we've been doing this for years now.
Look how they came at Zuckerberg.
Look at
Hey,
the
hey, look,
real.
hold on. I want to ask a question, right? Do you believe the conspiracies that they saying, right? The ones that
Conspiracy.
we actually see on TikTok, the ones they saying like they believe that the government they taking away TikTok because they don't want you to see some of the videos that is floating around on TikTok that's supposed to be exposing things. That's what they say. But
I say no because
Exposing what things?
X offers the same thing. It's not filtered. It doesn't you could be on X and you could literally put sexual content, you could put racist rhetoric, you could put whatever nonsense or whatever meaningful information. It goes both ways, negative or positive. The thing about TikTok is that America is threatened by the idea that the algorithm that's being pumped out is conditioning Americans different than Chinese. So on your TikTok, when you're scrolling, you're seeing shit from the TikTok store, you're seeing funny shit. In an average Chinese person's, they're learning engineering, they're learning mechanicalism, they're learning technology, they're learning coding. So they're dumbing us down with entertainment while they are strongly equipping their people with information.
See, but on
I
the
don't know. I can
TikTok,
buy that.
the TikTok out here though is like it's showing you stuff like from My Reel, from like Jackie's, from like damn shit. Like it's locally, and it's also foreign, and like I don't believe X does anything close to that.
I think you put too much faith.
Yeah, it's
I don't know, man. Listen, like my TikTok is a business page. I
You
don't see
think-
none of y'all shit. I see shit that's relevant to what my TikTok is.
Oh, I've had a TikTok that
In
blew
this-
up. I've got banned and shit. Like I've had fucking like where it was like, oh, of like just one video, like 500,000, like just do. You can't even read all the fucking comments.
So basically, Josh, you in the bubble on TikTok because you only view certain stuff. And so your algorithm is giving you what you want to see.
Yeah,
Because
that's for everybody though.
Yeah, that's for
Everybody
everybody.
is in
No,
an
I
individual-
do know that. I know that. But what I'm saying is for the people who come across, there's a lot of people who do like certain things. So you only viewing what you like. So basically what we saying is what the people want to see. So in the TikTok world, what the people want to see is something that they feel is teaching them and showing them something, different than like history. Because you got some people like this just came out. I never knew this. I wouldn't have known this if I wasn't on TikTok. That's how a lot of people feel. So it's not about how nobody else seeing they TikTok. It's about the overall picture. The overall picture is that a lot of people, whether it's true or not, a lot of people believe that these videos is real videos and they learning information. Some people think that they learning about aliens. Some people, just information.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but that is not the threat. Like that information is everywhere. Like you can get that information on YouTube.
I'm
X.
telling
No,
you,
you can't get that information.
The thing is how they're going about. So let's just say let's say you was interested in, I don't know, let's just say something simple like a certain pair of Jordans, right? But you never typed it in your search bar. You never Googled nothing. You never looked up a picture on social media. You just tell your wife in your house, man, I know these Jordans drop the bam. Right. Now when you're scrolling, it's popping up because you have approved access for your microphone to be accessible, whether you're online or offline. You have approved your camera to have screenshots.
It asks you that to like share.
Correct, but nobody's reading that
through.
pamphlet.
No, but that's what that is.
Agreeing, and they're in it.
You're supposed to though, so it knows you better.
Agreed. But the thing is that to America and the idea of our Constitution, it's invasive and it's a threat to the American government because it's allowing foreign interests to gain access to information in ways that America is not necessarily inclined to do to us. So by America acquiring that, the reason America's so pressed on sell it to us, don't shut down, sell it to us, is because the people who have already agreed to that information are constitutionally in agreement with that as long as they maintain the platform. And now America would have the influx of that data. In other words, let us control our slaves before you try to take them from us, or before you try to turn them.
I get
against us.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But guess
Mhm.
what? I think it's even deeper than that. I think it's an overall thing. I think it's a little bit of all that. I think it's the people who are watching stuff and they seeing stuff. Because even though you got a lot of phony stuff out there, you got stuff that is enlightening people. You got stuff about slavery coming out. You got stuff about, you got old tapes with people, just like even on YouTube. They got stuff coming out about all the rappers in Chicago, ones that's in jail, that's gay, kissing boys behind bars that they thought nobody would ever see it, but somebody getting these videos and pumping them out. That's real.
Yeah, see, I
You
agree
know?
with I think I agree with you guys too. I think it's even more deeper down the rabbit hole and
Mhm.
surprise,
I think it's a little bit of everything,
you know.
for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
I will
It's-
say that TikTok is one of, out of all the platforms, it's one of the easiest for people like us, regular everyday people, to monetize.
Mhm.
And that's a threat to government interest, because when the 99% start entering the 1%, it's less power. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
more people get financial freedom or acquire means to fund their own agendas or build their own group economics, it's a threat to government interest. We know that ignorance is more appeasing visually than information. People want to be entertained over informed. So people who are pushing out entertainment are able to monetize at a faster rate than people who are pushing out information.
Hey man, you
So
looking like John B and stuff. Don't listen to.
That's the third time I was told
whatever
that today.
people say.
Hey, that's the
So-
third time I was told that
I
today.
heard that you said you was just talking. I'm like, that's John B. Don't listen to what other people say. They'll
So-
know about
so
you and me.
you do got these different platforms and shit. So like let's go through it. So you got your Facebook, that's like for like your family and shit. Like that's where you go, like everybody knows you and shit. Then you got
You wanna
Instagram.
go where everybody knows your name.
You got Instagram, you know. That's more or less that's kind of like your business card. That's where you take your photos and shit and you try to like, you know.
I
it's a
think
photo-
LinkedIn would be your business card.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so because that's more Instagram is more for entrepreneur kind of business.
Instagram though, they be having a lot of
Nigga,
Like,
Instagram is for
women
whores.
on there. and stuff like
Instagram
that.
is for wannabepreneurs.
It's for
Wannapreneurs.
ass.
Instagram is wannapreneurs.
It's for
LinkedIn is the
ass.
real business.
It's for
Like-
ass.
You know,
It's for DMs and
Then-
ass.
Then you have
It's for promoting your
so
OnlyFans.
so you got YouTube. That's your long form content. You know, that's where you sit down and you watch your long form podcasts and things like that. Or you might put on like, for me, it's like I go to sleep, I throw on like 11-hour fucking rainstorm sounds and shit or some shit. You know.
Nigga, what
Torture.
that got to do with what we just talking about? We just talking about Instagram and what we think Instagram is for. And this nigga talking about rainstorms, nigga. Instagram is for ass, nigga. Booty clapping.
You worrying about, but we're talking about apps, okay, boy? Calm down.
We talking about ass clapping.
Then we got Snapchat. That's kind of what they call like your throwaway fucking, you know, social media. That's like where like it's like I got a coffee, like you know, and it's like I'm at the gym, like you know.
Now, Snapchat is to promote to dudes to
man,
put on
Snapchat
makeup.
is scamming.
Scamming.
Turn 100 into 500 right now.
Look, Snapchat niggas be on there with makeup on. They'll go across the app with lipstick and they'll just stay there for a minute. Like, I look good with that lipstick. Fuck it.
That's what you do with Snapchat?
I ain't
You
saying
be putting
me.
them filters on?
I ain't saying me, Jackie. Don't do that.
Sounds very familiar with it.
That was a nice one. That was an opening for you. I saw it. I did give you that
I
opening to
should-
come in there like that, and she came right on in there. You see how I left that open, and she came right on in there on me like that.
He said, delete this.
Oh,
You
fuck it.
better edit that.
No, keep it.
Keep it.
Dude, I got what they call grit, nigga.
Then we got then we have what was the one you said, Josh? For the
Who the fuck
business.
is Josh?
Jeno.
You know.
I just pulled tomorrow. No, yeah, listen. You got, like, as far as the major social medias, right? You have Instagram. which is multimedia content. You have YouTube, which is long form content. You have Snapchat, which is passive content. You have
Hold on,
TikTok.
pause,
YouTube
pause.
is short form also.
Wait
Now
a minute.
they got
Pause,
shorts.
Pause right quick.
Shorts.
You said
Hold on, real. You pause.
no.
Everybody
He said the word content.
Uh-huh. Creator.
Today's word for the podcast world. Content. Get some.
Then you got OnlyFans, right, which is explicit content. You got LinkedIn, which is like business networking. You got Pinterest, which is like home shopping. Like these major platforms all use very similar forms of algorithm, but they don't all access that data from you in the same ways.
Don't listen to what other people say. They don't know about.
My opinion might be biased just because, again, I have monetized TikTok. It's been very beneficial to my business. We've done a few 100,000 off that business. But I will say that in the process, when you go through the taxation and shit at the end of the year, America might not have access to all that information of what you're monetizing and doing. And that might also be a threat to them as far as like
You banned right now. We
Is
can't
it? I guess
Talking
my
about-
thing is like,
talk
is
about
it?
business and shit.
What do we care if China has our info? Like, they already fly in balloons over the country. Like, they probably got drones out there. Like, I don't.
No, look,
I don't
I
know.
agree. As civilians, I agree. But when you have people who work for government and they have government devices and they're downloading
Yeah.
these apps and that's what America's
Well,
world.
then they should get in
For
trouble
government
for that.
officials, for sure.
They do. You can be fired for that. It's actually something that they've implemented very much so. But the thing is like, you look at the situation with, remember Hillary Clinton with the emails, and it was like, did she use her personal device for this, that, and the third? You know what I mean? It's
She had
the
a
same
private
shit.
server.
No, I think it's deep.
Right.
I think it's way easier than that. I think it's just this. It's that there is no representative face for TikTok. With Facebook, you got Zuckerberg.
How's there not a
With-
representative
with-
face?
He's going to be
Bro,
at Trump's inauguration.
Alibaba is one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah, but that's still not like for real. Like,
What do you mean not for real? Bro, that's it for real. Like fucking, they do like a fucking $100 billion a day. That's for real.
yeah, but you gotta like show face and shit. You know,
They do, bro. Look at the thing is,
you can't send your team. You gotta be like a person.
Hey,
that's
Josh turned to a mobster on your ass, Kevin. He said, "What do you mean not for real? It's for real.
like-
It's not.
What, you
It's
losing
not
your
about
balls, my
showing
man?
face, bro.
Somebody
It's
break
simple.
your fucking balls."
America sees that for the first time, there is an outside entity that has no jurisdiction in America that has high
entity.
influence on America. All these other companies are regulated. They got to go through certain things. They got to report to SEC and other shit. And for the first time, a company has that level of influence in America outside of America's jurisdiction. And America will find anything of that nature a threat
Hey, what you smoking on, G? What's
in
that?
any industry.
What's
Who,
that?
me?
Yeah, was that weed?
No.
Nah,
it's
this is
just a
not.
vape.
Nah, this is just a vape.
Oh,
But
man.
again, my opinion might not matter,
Get rid of that, man.
or might be biased because I feel like the ban would affect me, but I'm not threatened by it at all because I understand that the ban is not really going to happen. It's going to be for one day.
I
Yeah.
agree.
TikTok
What
down
if-
24 hours.
What if you wrong? What if you wrong?
If I was wrong, it still wouldn't affect my business because I would just convert over to other platforms and just pay for.
But how would
ads
you
and
feel
monetize.
in your heart if you?
I would
wrong?
not feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? Business, when it comes to business, your vision stays the same and you just transition. You know what I'm saying? Highs and lows.
yeah, like
So how much
I'm-
crazy things you think are gonna happen because TikTok's gonna be gone down for one day? Do you think like people are
Nothing.
gonna go crazy?
Some people-
Nothing. I
hell
think if we're smart, you'll put some money behind Meta. You'll put some money behind other companies. You can't put no money behind X because it's a private
That's
company.
not the question she asked you, sir. She just asked you what you think would happen. That
And I just said what I think could happen.
no.
I think
Okay,
the
now
value
you
of
went
these
a
other
little,
companies will skyrocket for a day.
further. You went a little further though.
Yeah, because ain't that what really matter at the end of the day?
She talking about people. You think
Yes.
somebody? She talking about is you think a nigga gonna blow his brains out, jump out the window,
No,
kill
no.
his dog, eat a cat, shit like that. That's what she
I-
want to know.
I think there's going to be a surge of activity on the other major platforms.
Yeah.
For
You
for
think
one
people
day.
you think people gonna be getting kidnapped because of it, and they're gonna put like Vaseline in people's butts?
I don't think it's that deep.
Right. What are you?
So NFT,
Okay.
you gotta.
The
Yeah,
quick
with this
response
man.
to that.
I don't know what's in that carrot juice.
Boy, that's some crazy
That might
stuff
be
going
some
on
jail
there.
food he drinking.
Man, I think that TikTok ban done hit you already.
Got some hooch.
They're gonna ban that pooch too by the end of it. By the end of this podcast. That's an illegal substance.
I think I have another Smithers.
I don't think so.
Oh
Smithers.
man,
That's from The Simpsons.
I it just felt right to say, so
Okay.
I just go with
Yeah.
it. Just doing anything, chilling, kicking it.
They're all
Yeah.
gonna be there. Zuckerberg, Bezos at the inauguration.
Oh yeah, they know what's up.
CEO.
They trying to kiss ass now.
No,
They
but that's what
already
I'm
know.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, there is nobody else like for like the TikTok shit who shows face.
I got
for
a
that.
personal question for Dan. I'm sorry, people. Dan,
up?
you got a girl, right?
He's married.
Yeah, I'm married.
You married. Wow. You take care of everything in that house?
Damn,
What
on
do you
public
mean?
platform.
Huh?
I mean, yeah. What do you mean by that?
Like you buy her nice gifts and things like that, romantic and stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
He really trying to ask if you put Vaseline on. No.
No, I ain't asking. I ain't gonna ask no other man nothing like that. No, I'm just trying to figure him out on the romantic
Figure him
tip.
out. Hey.
With a lady.
No,
Figure him
babe,
out.
what's going on here? We doing that
Wow,
speed dating
we're
or
taking
something?
No, I'm just trying to see.
Swerve.
I'm just trying to see if Dan, is a romantic guy with the ladies. That's all. Because he's Dan.
You just keep setting
There's
yourself
many
up, boy. You've
layers.
been in a relationship.
Like an onion, right?
It don't sound homosexual what I'm applying, is it?
We eloped. We weren't even engaged. How about that?
That's what's
Uh-uh.
up.
I'm saying like I guess what I'm trying to ask is how much do you love your lady?
He just told you he blew her back out and they got married the same day. They just
That's
eloped.
not love. That's lust.
It's love. They got a family, a house. That's love.
Family, a house.
What you die for.
Yeah. That's
you
my job.
You paused a little bit there, Dan.
No, he did.
What do you? There's no pause.
Yeah, you had
it's
to
my
think-
job. Like it's my role, regardless. Like,
You got
but
kids?
yes,
You got
but
kids and everything?
yeah, a
You got
kid.
kids? How do you know you had kids?
I have a kid.
How old is
Kiddo.
you?
Maybe you should have been on the podcast when we were introducing ourselves, and then you wouldn't be lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
I have
So
a
how-
2.5-year-old son.
2.
2.5.
Dang, you're a fresh dad.
He
Yeah.
are height though, Mario.
Working on
'cause,
number 2.
Dan 6'5". The baby are height.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Your baby tall?
He's gonna be a beast.
Tall as Josh.
He's gonna rule the world.
Just joking.
That's what I keep telling him.
All these kids is tall now. That's crazy, G. I think it's the damn food or that milk.
What made you ask me that though?
I just had, you was sitting there, and then when they said something about something, you made a face, and I was like, pick this guy brain, see where he at mentally with the women. 'Cause,
I think it actually
Like,
comes.
Dan.
I think it
It's the
actually.
hat. I think it's the hat, Dan. The hat on your head made me feel like you don't get no coochie, but you're married, you get lots of
What?
coochie.
Wow.
Apparently.
I think-
Apparently,
I think this comes from we just did a podcast before this one where it was like kind of relationship fucking based. And we were talking about what the fuck were we talking about? What a guy's
No, women that want to be financially supported just because they provide like sexual needs to a man.
oh,
and so we did a whole hour podcast on that shit.
Yeah, lead their ass outside. That's what I said. Lead their ass right outside.
huh?
For the women that feel that pussy is the only thing to bring to the table. It's the only attribute they have to offer.
Live
And
my side.
they feel that a man should coddle them, financially provide for them. For the women who believe they are solely the prize, I say leave they ass outside.
Yes.
The women are not the prize. The man is not the prize. The covenant is the prize.
Look at that, Josh. We agree on something.
I don't know who the fuck Josh is, but Jeno agrees. Yes, he does.
Jeno.
But yes, Mr. Red, I agree.
Hey, that's like Kevin Samuel shit, man.
I agree. R.I.P. Kevin Samuel.
That's what that shit
R.I.P.
is.
Dan, I like your hat. That's a Bears hat.
I like the
Yeah.
hat. I didn't say I didn't like the hat, Kevin. I
Yeah,
didn't.
you
I didn't.
did.
You
Apparently, I
didn't
can't
like
get
that.
any women if I wear this hat, though.
He
So.
thought the
Dan
hat
would-
was
It's
pussy
the way
repellent.
Dan would kick your ass, Mario. He's like fucking 6'5". No, he's like 7 fucking.
Kevin,
Seven.
I know you. I know you
Like
like to
7,
I know
What
you
do
like
you
to do a
want?
lot of sweet talking to Dan, but don't sweet talk him into that situation. I'm just saying his hat. He got it on there. He just got it on there. Like he's been sleeping, laying in the bed with the hat. The
That's a
bed.
nice hat. That's a Bears hat. How you disrespecting a Bears hat?
I love the Bears.
They're going to come back.
You know I got to mess with Dan. It's a thing.
Okay.
I gotta-
have a thing, yeah.
I seen Dan got pissed. He got fucking.
He's
I
supposed
seen
to
it in
get
his
pissed.
eyes.
He's
He
a
was
man.
furious. He was like, "What the
He was
fuck?"
like, that was
Hey, I
Friends
random.
walked
against
off
us.
Amazon today, man. I was so pissed off.
Oh, you
On
got
a side note, oh man, oh, I'm sorry, but I actually had to put in PTO and leave. I was going to chew somebody out. I was so. Ugh.
When you say chew him out, no,
You should never let anybody get under your skin like that.
Nah, I have standards. No, when you have standards and like, I don't know, I just can't. Like standards aren't being met. It just drives me bananas.
If you work at Amazon, they're not gonna meet none of your standards.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
So it was that, and then Rio's ass fucking talking. Like I'm fucking gonna go crazy.
Jumping
Dan
down.
was like, this is the second motherfucker to talk about my hat today.
No, I ain't said the hat was bad at all.
He just walk off the podcast.
It's that
I thought he was gonna for a second. He put the phone down.
I gotta mess with Dan. It's just a thing. I gotta fuck with him. Cause he expect for me to fuck with him.
I expect it.
Yeah, see?
in a friendly way.
Cause
Yeah.
of course, it's all love. He think cause y'all be trying to put me against them and make me feel like I'm like John and Dan. I told y'all I
Put
love
the drink down now.
no, we cool. we good on that.
People are trying to split us up, Mario. Is that?
The more he drinks, the more he loves everybody. Like
No, I'm cool with everybody. Y'all be getting it wrong because I say stuff on to people. Yes, if we cool, I'm gonna hold you to a big standard. Then when we having conversations about stuff, we're not gonna agree on everything. Of course, we gonna disagree on plenty of things. When the first podcast we had, right, Dan, wasn't that the one about when we was talking about the homosexuals, right?
I mean,
that was on Big Fan Podcast.
Yeah, we agreed to a certain extent, and then it was a point where things got a little rocky, and I think that's when we got to the racial, But every white man is shaky around racial conversations.
oh my goodness.
They are.
It's not having a racial conversation. It's having every conversation be about racial, I think. That's, I think, what gets me.
Yeah. But I mean, we ain't gonna say every white person is racist. We know that. We know they not. But we have to put the
I'm glad we could come to that agreement.
No, did you think that all this time you thought that's what I felt? Is that what you saying?
Hey, did you know technically?
No, I said I'm glad we can come to that agreement.
Okay.
Polish people played a role in Haiti getting free from France. Polish people pulled up and was like, "Yeah, fuck them, let's ride."
Hey,
yeah, they were the only white people that the Haitians didn't kill in the when he took charge. Levant Toulachour or whatever.
Look, white people, period, played a part in freedom for black people, even with the Underground Railroad. Bam, there you go.
21 years a slave.
Wouldn't have been possible without white people.
Hey, 21 Years a Slave, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I think my always thing was slavery has been around for 10,000 years, and every race, group, creed, and everybody has been a slave at some point.
Right.
So like, it's like I still don't like, and there's slavery going on currently. So, and still,
Well,
so I
what I
just don't
will
know why
say
like
is,
people are hung up on it. Like,
even though
I
that
just don't
statement
get
is
it.
true, even though that statement is true, we can see that as far back as society can go, as far as let's just say the 1400s, people of a darker complex or complexion have faced some type of discrimination versus people of lighter complexes. So it's not just necessarily a racial factor. It just shows that people of a darker skin have faced a harsher oppression of discrimination. And it's harder for people of a lighter complexion to be understanding to that, and some care to not even be sympathetic. But it's not a victim card or something. It's just showing that people of color have faced a lot of adversity, and it's not limited to slavery. It's just the level of adversity that a black person or a dark-skinned person or a brown person in America faces versus a white person in America has some vast differences, you know?
And
But
then so then like the people, they're leaving this TikTok platform, and then
okay, nice save.
I like
and
that.
they gotta go somewhere, like they're like,
They not
oh,
going nowhere. We
well,
going
no,
one
everybody
day.
is. Everybody's like, oh, go
Nigga, I'm
here,
not going nowhere. You
Lemonade,
gonna
go
see me on there
here,
tomorrow.
fucking.
I'm not going nowhere.
TikTok is not being banned.
Josh,
Oh,
I think you in denial, Josh.
No, it's not going nowhere. I'm telling you, it's not going.
Day
Man, Trump's not
3,
gonna
it's
do that.
gone. Day 3, it's gone. He's like, fuck.
Never.
Yeah, I feel
Never.
sorry for the believers because
Well, I need to get
I
on
think
there
it
it's
don't
right
come
now
back.
and
That's
follow
not
this
how the
one
triumvirate works.
this one
The new
comedian guy
triumvirate.
before it's over with. Then, because there's this one comedian guy I be following him. That dude, he a little funny.
Y'all
got
need to
low.
go on TikTok and follow Back Pair 13. That's what y'all need.
What's that?
Oh man, that's the best TikTok page possible, brother. You never heard of it?
Of course not. I'm actually.
They teach you how to win your state lottery and increase your odds.
I'm already not interested.
Oh, okay.
I have no care for the lotto.
Don't you want some money so you
Uh,
can financially support that woman and she don't gotta do nothing?
I'm not gonna play
Technically, a
lotto.
sin to gamble.
Jenna gave you the
Technically, a sin.
look. Jenna's giving you the look. He's like, you son of a bitch.
Everybody has their preference. It's not for everybody. It's okay.
No, I'm not a gambling person though. Like I ain't got nothing against.
He's like, you should have said
I
that.
respect
He could have
But
said
so,
that.
but just so we clear, Maurel, what I'm preaching on there is
Who?
not gambling.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, Red.
You
Red.
said I know who is Mario though. Who the fuck is that?
Mario.
Mario.
What you want me to call you?
I think he was reading
my
the name right there.
No, you don't. My name,
Mario.
my government name is Mariel G. So just so you know,
Mariel.
he said Mario.
No.
Like
Rio, Mario.
I think that
All
nigga said Mario.
So the
What the
point,
hell is
what I'm
that?
teaching on there is strategic investing.
You teaching on now.
Just on that specific.
I knew it
page.
was a catch 32 to the motherfucker.
Okay. I'm just informing people that
This
there's
guy.
a very thin line between gambling and strategic investing. It applies to that, crypto, real estate, anything.
Man,
There's a thin
last time I brought your goddamn video, man, you was on that motherfucker dancing with drawers on. I don't trust this shit.
I never seen nothing of this nature. I think you bought a John B video and assumed it was me.
gave me a bootleg version of the tape.
Never.
He still had other shit on there. Like I forgot to erase this shit.
Never.
This nigga recorded over a shindig.
Instead of typing back pair 13, you must have typed in back end, backside.
Your ass with some drawers and some cowboy boots. Giddy up.
Man, what you searching for?
You'll see me on there with a lottery
Teaching
ticket.
niggas how to be male strippers. Video.
Never.
That's crazy.
Roundstone cowboy ass.
Never.
Let me stop
I'm not a member of the LG HD TV community, but I respect each and they own whatever they do.
No, but you I like it though, man. You got your that shit going for you. Book out, right? You got a book out, right?
Yeah, the book has done well. The book's done very well.
What's the name of the book?
how to increase your odds winning the pick 3.
That's
Back
right.
Hair 13.
I remember now. How to increase your odds. Goddamn it. How to increase the motherfucker.
I'm gonna read that book.
Please, I'll give you a free copy. I'll throw it in the group chat. Everybody can have a free copy. Not that you guys care much, but I can send everybody in their state the list of numbers. They can play if they want to, or they can just watch them and just see how frequent they draw.
I might give it a shot. I might give it a go.
You know what I
might
was
give
just
it a
thinking
go.
about? You know, I was just thinking about it was a kind of a crazy thought. I was taking a piss right now, and I was like, damn. I was like, Dan.
TMI.
I'm already
I'm like-
uncomfortable
I'm
with
like,
this story.
I'm like, Dan's kid is 2.5 years old.
You
Yeah.
thought about Dan's kid
I
while
was
he was
like-
pissing?
Right, Tenno. Tell him.
And I was like,
Did you wash your hands before you rub your eyes?
Dan, you need to jump on this man.
With soap.
and I was like, we've been doing this since 2020, and I was like, it's kind of a journal, like before you had your kid, you know, it's just like, you know, rambles and conversations and stuff, and then, you know, I know like when you had it, we talked about it, and then it's like, you know, it's kind of cool.
Got a kid, went through the pregnancy, you know,
Yeah.
and all that jazz. Yeah, the flow of time, you know.
One day
Yeah.
we should just have an episode where it's all our kids having the Last Rabbit episode.
Everybody
kid.
on here show do got kids. I mean, everyone got a damn kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Sure.
starting to make me feel old.
Well, you are old, bub.
I'm not old. You're the oldest one here, so calm down.
Hey, but I ain't mad at it, bub.
How old are you, real?
I'm 5, Mimo.
What are you? 40 what? 40.
Who?
Solid.
You still talking to me?
Yeah, real. You solid 40?
Oh, if I didn't give it out, don't ask.
No,
me.
42. What is it?
I'm not 42, sir. You got
Oh,
the
no.
math.
52.
Your math,
52.
your math is not mathing.
What is it?
I'm not telling.
Why not?
It's not.
Why
the
you
public-
scared?
That's weird.
It's nobody's business.
He's at that age. You do hit that age, hey, where you don't want to tell people your age anymore.
But why is that
Just
so weird
one
to tell
candle
your
on the
age?
cake.
What is that?
This
What
is my
is wrong
first.
with
This,
that?
this is my first time ever doing this ever in life, and I'm doing it because somebody else did it before it's my turn. Fuck yeah. Shit. You want to know my age? Fuck yeah.
He don't want to tell us his age.
Could you tell us your age in dog years?
Google me. Goddamn.
Google me?
He's that's
Google me. You'll get my net worth, ass whooping status, all the information that you need. Google me.
Yeah, time.
yeah, because you can't TikTok. You can search him on TikTok right now. It's done right now. We gotta
And
wait.
so-
No,
the-
it's
Because
still
we
active.
didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Remember that.
so
Dan.
the problem.
Dan, I want you to remember that most of all, Dan.
Why is that?
Damn.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you. Like,
So-
Dan, like, he
So the
gonna-
thing,
Hey,
hey, so
Dan,
the
like, you
thing
gonna
about
pick
it is
with
like
me?
the thing I'm getting at is like time goes by so fast and shit.
Yeah.
And TikTok's been around so long, and a lot of people have these fucking memories and these little reels and shit, like hundreds of them and shit. And it's like, where the fuck do they go? So they're trying to send them somewhere.
They're not going anywhere. If when the hypothetically,
for
if
real.
the TikTok,
Like
listen,
I know
if the
hypothetically that's your
TikTok ban
hypothetical
really
already,
happened-
but it's gone. and
Let's just wait.
No,
Let's
no,
just
no.
people they're trying to
Hold on,
send
false
them to like
information.
Facebook.
one, two,
spreading
three.
false information. If TikTok really banned, they give you an option to download your own data. This has already been expressed. Let's give clear, real information here. If TikTok had a permanent ban, you are personally allowed to download your data.
But you gotta do it on a computer, right? I think.
No, you
I've
can do it
seen
right
that.
off your device, off the
Oh,
app.
okay.
Maybe,
But look,
No,
check
there's
it-
no maybe.
check
We'll
this
never
out.
know because it's not being banned.
but it will be
I hope
No,
it
it won't.
doesn't.
definitely.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait.
Can we
No,
make
it's
a
gonna-
wait? Can we
It's
make
gonna
a wait?
happen. It's already gonna happen.
Want to bet me that TikTok will not be permanently banned?
It's gonna
It's
be
tomorrow, right? Right? Tomorrow, right?
Well,
Tomorrow it's just gonna black
just
out for
came
one day. The
screaming
moment
that
Trump
her
takes his hand
TikTok's
off
not
that
working.
Bible,
So what about if a week go by? Is you gonna shake in your boots?
no, it'll be gone forever. That pair gonna still live on. I'm just telling you that TikTok is too valuable of an asset, and that's why America is trying to play this game.
That's the way you
This-
feel.
This is
It's
what
valuable
America
to
does,
you?
bro. Listen, when people don't want to trade with us, even though we owe them trillions of dollars, because America controls the
7
feed.
days from now, we'll see what you're saying.
Oh,
about
I
this.
see. I feel I feel Josh now. This nigga think he American.
No, no.
American.
Listen. I'm
Oh,
just
damn.
telling you.
You white though. You ain't white, right?
No, I'm not white.
What's
I'm
up?
Puerto Rican.
We all American.
Oh,
here.
nigga, you ain't American. If you ain't white, you ain't American, nigga. Dan the only
Listen.
American. Oh, Dan the only American on the panel, nigga.
Dan is
Oh my
Polish.
goodness.
He's the only American. If you ain't, nigga, white people made it clear they the only Americans, nigga.
Bro,
You not no American. If you,
That's good.
when you talk to a white guy, he's an American. You don't have to say what color he is. When you talk to a black guy, he's an African American.
Well, currently Dan is red.
That's irrelevant to TikTok because TikTok don't care what color you are or what you look like. You can be famous. Like we have Ash Trevino going skyrocketing
because he kept throwing out that he's American. I had to let him know.
Nigga, I never once said I was American. I said America.
You just did. You said we. You said we. So you saying you're American when you said we. You said American, then you said we. And no we, sir. I ain't American.
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to Jeno.
The pooch has entered the bloodstream.
I'm talking to this jerk.
Listen,
we've reached another part.
I'm just saying we have seen what's happening with TikTok happen with everything in America. And the fact is America says if we can't play, we're gonna take our fucking ball and go home. So can't nobody play. So I'm telling you that TikTok is gonna face a 1-day ban. Trump gonna put his hand on that Bible. He's gonna get sworn in. TikTok's gonna get a 90-day extension, and then someone is gonna buy TikTok. Most likely, Elon Musk.
Because you're a prophet.
Come here.
Yes.
Tell him.
Yes, I am.
This nigga
talk right here. Tell him because they're saying it's not gone today. Tell him.
Say what?
Say it's gone. Say it's not working.
Oh, the TikTok's not working?
Yeah.
For 1 day.
He said for 1 day. Yeah.
It's already gone?
Hey, hold on, wait.
It's off.
Let her say it's closed down.
Yeah, it says TikTok app is closed.
Wow.
Hey, you ain't gonna
Breaking
never
news.
see it. Nigga, you ain't gonna never see it again. You ain't gonna never see it again.
My TikTok's working just fine.
He said his TikTok's working fine.
Jeno checked. Jeno checked.
Did you check your Wi-Fi?
Remember he said he didn't care. Why you checking that quick, boy?
He did it too fast.
Y'all know what's gonna happen.
Ain't nobody else go look. This nigga ran to go look. He got to touch this shit. Damn, goddamn.
TikTok's gonna do exactly what I said.
Please, TikTok. Please.
On Monday, Trump is gonna give a 90-day extension.
Please.
It's gonna be sold to an American company.
Don't think about what other people say.
And boom, we're gonna be right back live.
We got a freaking thing, TikTok. Go ahead, sing your song.
Dang.
He missed TikTok already.
Listen.
Hey, you guys forgot about Twitch too.
My business is its own business. Backpair13.com is its own business, its own entity, its own server. Everything.
He owned the business that TikTok only worked for him only.
No. My business, I'm the sole holder of my business. I'm just saying that I use TikTok as a platform for marketing, but it has no effect that would stop any motion from my current customers, and I could use other platforms to acquire new customers.
TikTok ain't going anywhere. All you gotta do is turn your phone over to Chinese time.
Location.
No, the VPN. The VPN matters. That's what it is. It's the VPN. If you could get a different VPN, then you can use the app.
You can buy one from China. They're gonna sell them to you on the black market. Come on.
Desperate. That is gonna be like digital legalness.
They have a couple
TikTok.
They have a couple of look.
Make an illegal post.
It come with a package of Bitcoins. Come on, you know. You didn't talk to Dan Rathers? Niggas don't talk to people nowadays. Josh.
Who are you talking about?
Jeno.
Oh, Jeno. See, don't know. Too much TikTok.
Yeah, that's what happens when you guys change your name so much.
I didn't change my name.
Jeno's like, I've always been Jeno.
I've always been real.
I've always been real.
I'm telling you, I don't even know where that came from. Like, I just came on here and this
Daniel.
Said,
how long's Daniel been Dan?
Dan not even there.
He said what?
It's like the first grade. What?
How long?
I've always been.
We're giving Dan a new name. Dan the man. Sock and Sand Dan, the 100-band man, because most
That's a
people wear
long
socks
name.
and sand.
Yeah, get out of here. No, not that
He was
one.
gonna
Hey,
go with
true or
Dan the
false,
Man,
Dan?
and he's
Most
like,
Polish
probably
people
someone's
wear
done that
socks and
before.
sandals.
Oh, Dan the Man, the one who judges is my name meaning.
Oh, the one who judges, bro.
Yeah,
That's your name.
Dang.
that's his meaning.
Boy, you just put a battery in Rio back.
That's the name.
Oh, what you judging me?
He done woke up. He done woke up. He was like,
I thought you'd
Oh,
like that
you
one.
judging?
Nah,
You know most judges is
look
white.
at his eyes done opened up.
this nigga stupid. G. He dumb.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Shit, you got the skin complexion for it. I tell you that.
You
Boy.
retarded.
Born the judge.
It's something like that. I don't remember.
I forgot what my name means.
See, he embraced his position. You heard him. It's something like that shit. Judging something.
Babe, you know what your name means?
Couple of nickels.
The creator.
He said,
No,
"Come on,
Kevin.
nickel."
What'd you
Just
say?
messing.
Kevin.
What did you say to me?
I like that. Hey, Jackie was like, he ain't saying nothing. She ain't even acknowledge that shit. She's like, he ain't saying shit.
Oh, me?
You didn't hear that, Dan.
I don't know what you guys talking
What?
about.
Like, Dan, like, what? Like,
What?
kid, y'all.
Huh?
Fuck,
Huh? Huh?
What?
I'm a judge. Yeah.
What?
What's going on? This is my first time. It's like, what? My name's Winnie the Pooh. This is how Winnie the Pooh talks.
Boy, you crazy. Don't be putting his voice like that.
No, I've had that before.
I did a podcast with Jackie, and we were talking about Winnie the Pooh. And I was like, that's how Winnie the Pooh talks. I'm like, doesn't he talk like, hi, guys, my name's Winnie the Pooh? She's like, no, he doesn't sound like that. I'm like,
Did you ever hear like the Winnie the Pooh characters are like different mental disorders?
I was
That's
just
what we
gonna
were
say
talking
that.
about. We were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about that on the podcast too.
I covered that. Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry. I missed that big fan.
See,
You gotta go watch the other podcast.
So if we was all in Winnie the Pooh, who is who?
Who is who?
That's a tough one because
Who's real? Who's real?
I
In Winnie the
don't
Pooh?
think they
Real-
got
real
that kind of
Oh.
character on there.
Hey, check
Tigger.
this shit out.
I would
Check-
be forced to be
Oh,
Tigger.
Tigger! They called you the nigger. Nah, just Tigger. Can't say that.
I will be
Tigger.
forced to be Piglet.
He can't be Tigger because he's.
Why would you be forced to be Piglet?
I'm the smallest one.
I would probably be
Yeah.
Eeyore. I have to admit, probably be Eeyore.
Eeyore?
No,
Kevin
that's
will be
John.
the rabbit.
Eeyore would be John.
The rabbit.
Kevin will be that grumpy ass rabbit.
For real. And he be trying to get his carrots all the time.
No. You know I'm either
I think John would have to be Eeyore.
the.
Yeah, it had to be that little donkey or whatever thing.
Wow.
Hope you're feeling better, John. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
I have.
talks. Because how he talk. He got a deep voice.
What was the kid's name? Steven?
Christopher.
Peter.
Boy,
Christopher
Oh,
Robin.
yes.
Christopher.
Christopher Robin.
see,
Yeah.
just cut
I
it.
guess
Just
you
cut
will,
it.
you will be Christopher Robbins.
I might be.
You know you have to get him.
You know.
No, you have to. You got to be him. You can't be nobody else, sir.
Who, me?
Yeah, John got to be
I'm
that
Christopher Robbins?
He's fucking crazy.
Dance Christopher Robbins.
He's like,
Yeah, you might be Beavis and Butthead. We don't know. Shit, you white.
Oh my God.
Pick one of them. Pick one of them and be one of the white people. That's all.
Who is this guy? I'm telling you, they ain't got no character in there for him.
For me,
Yeah.
he's Tigger.
you damn right. They ain't got no player on the show. Ain't no player on the show. Shit.
Mm-mm.
The metaverse.
Like we're gonna sneak that shit and we're gonna talk about some aliens tonight.
That's not about aliens.
It's actually
FYI.
it's basically about NFTs. They're actually basically you're able to buy a plot of land on these different platforms on the metaverse, like Sandbox, things like that. They have these whole like kind of worlds.
Man, let's
And
get to the real details. Are they gonna be selling digital dope? Can you buy digital coke in the metaverse?
That's crazy.
hey, Snoop Dogg bought a whole plot of fucking land and he sold like just a little bit of it for like dude spent like $400,000 on just, whatever this NFT.
He's about to grow digital weed on there.
Mhm.
Well, you go out there and you hang out and shit, and you buy properties and there's jobs.
So you talk to people on there and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, you guys
it's
are
a
gonna be
whole
able to
world.
buy back pair on there. Don't worry.
And
That'd
and,
be
and there's
crazy.
there's crypto, there's money, there's different forms of money already on there and stuff.
Nigga, it's finna be so cold in Chicago, nigga. That nigga, you gonna have to put gloves on just to take your garbage out, nigga.
Are you trying to heat up the whole Chicago? You got your whole door open.
Yes, I'm trying to heat everything up. My house hot. Yeah, I'm trying to let some of the breeze in.
Got a radiator.
Hmm.
You got a
What's up,
radiator?
Kevin? You have your house in the metaverse yet? You have your land?
No, you know how much man, it costs thousands of dollars. Like, babe, what was the cheapest one that we looked at?
I think you said, wasn't it like 2?
Man, we
2000.
about to put Section 8 in the metaverse.
Yeah.
For real?
So
We gotta
it's
get a
like
podcast house. Is that it? We gotta
you buy these
do
little
a fundraiser. We can wash some cars, bake
Yeah.
some
Kick-
bread.
Kickstart or some shit, or like that's where whatever those groups are and shit where they pay for the shit. Buy
But
some
I think that would
But
be a good idea what General
if I
said to
ever
make
want to pick three,
housing.
To
I
sell
will
digital
put it
coke?
towards the metaverse.
Well,
No.
so what they
Section 8, Section 8 on it.
so you buy land in there, and then you could build a house like
like some Roblox shit.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
So
can
is
sell
there
it.
Mexicans in the metaverse? Mexicans the best workers. They doing the best housing, remodeling, everything. Yeah. Find you a couple paisas in the metaverse, build you a house for cheap.
On the computer. They're gonna do this on the computer.
Hey, Mexicans are smart people, man. They could definitely do some tech. They adapt.
We do.
Viva la Mexico.
Mexican.
You see Jackie over here talking about VPNs and shit. Hey, Mexicans can scam too. Don't get it fucked up.
What's the what did that wrestler used to say? I can't even think of it.
Viva la
Viva la
raza.
Raza or something?
Yeah.
Viva
Viva la raza!
You gotta roll the R.
Raza!
Yeah.
You ain't gotta roll it like that, Kevin. That's too much rolling.
my bad.
Putting too much roll on.
How did you get his attention like that?
Rasa.
That was fast.
No,
I
but
was like,
that's
oh,
another
hey.
that's a whole nother like I believe for me I think like the Oculus and stuff is like the basically when the Apple came like with the computer what was that Apple computer called, the first computer like
The Apple One.
yeah, whatever the fuck that was. Like, it was like when that thing happened, it was like, oh, and people didn't understand like the technology that it was gonna be, like in 15, 20 years. It was like, oh, it's gonna be like a cell phone. Like,
Did any of you guys ever see the movie Demolition Man? You remember this movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember when they put the headset on? That's how they had sex. They used to put the headset on.
The house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They no longer made physical contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the metaverse is crazy to think about because it's a lot like, that and what the Matrix said, how you plugging into a consciousness, you know what I mean? And we might find that people get so lost in the Oculus and everything else that like the world around them just deteriorates, like a person lives in filth but they fucking have low hygiene, but in the metaverse, they're some type of fucking supermodel.
Well, like
Mm.
Elon Musk said, he's like, man, have you ever wore those things? The Oculus Quest. He's like, you can't keep those things on for that long. He's like, they're uncomfortable. He's like, and nobody wants to. He's like, you'd have to build something else. He's like, that's not like something like you could be in the metaverse for like too long.
Right.
You ever kept your headphones on too long and your ears hurt?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Cause
Exactly.
little kids gaming like a motherfucker 18 hours, ears bruised in a motherfucker, but they keeping that shit on.
That's crazy. My
So
son would
fine.
wear that Oculus a lot though. Before he got his phone, the Oculus was his best friend. Like,
I can't do that though.
he was on that all the time. All the time.
You say you
My-
can't do that,
No,
but you could utilize it for like work. Like I
no.
could do a
Well, my
podcast
head,
on that shit. We could be in
The
the
headphones?
metaverse.
If
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
could
my-
cut
well,
hair in the metaverse, it's
listen.
going down.
when my
It
headphones
pays.
is pressed against my shit, or even if I put a do-rag on, if it's pressed on my ear, right here, I gotta take that shit off. So you put anything on me, if it's hurting my ears or something like that, that shit gotta get off. I can't even sit like that all day.
But what are you guys thinking about these NFT land plots? Like that's kind of fucking dope. And there's a certain number of them, so it's equivalent to like crypto. And then there is crypto and stuff in these like metaverse things, like Sandbox.
I think it's still in its infancy, but yeah, I mean, it could be something that's,
Yeah, so you should buy now before it's like, if you could buy, drop 10,000 on fucking an NFT.
I'd rather put 10,000 in XRP.
I'm not a believer in the metaverse yet. I don't know.
You're not,
Maybe.
but like
The metaverse might take a little bit longer.
but
What are
wouldn't
you
you want
gonna
to
do
be
there?
have the
Live.
land? Like
You
the
live.
land becomes worth more.
So
Same thing
like
as
if we're
crypto.
having this podcast right now, we would put
Mhm.
our headsets on and it's like we're in person. You know what I'm saying? Like our avatar characters can fist bump, can talk, they could walk around. Like one of us could just walk out the podcast room and go walk in some other fucking property.
Yeah, you could go to the metaverse on your computer.
So I don't.
You could go on your computer, it's free. Just type in the sandbox.game and you could get on there. Like
But you
right
could throw
now.
concerts and stuff
Yeah, you
like
could go
that.
concerts, movies. It's pretty cool.
I just think of like.
Man, hold on, G.
I just
what
think
is y'all talking
Bitcoin
about?
and like its success with Bitcoin and like how it's gone through its stages and like most people don't even know anything about Bitcoin. Like the vast majority of Americans, I feel, don't know shit about Bitcoin. So I just feel like the metaverse, like it is way too early. It's gonna have to be a generational thing when like
But wouldn't you want to get on now where it's like, couple
I don't trust
$1,000?
Mark Zuckerberg. I probably Apple or somebody will do something better in the future.
I don't think so.
It was like I
Well,
mean,
don't know.
Facebook is sort of a thing that's only
A
used
real-
by certain age groups. Like the younger kids don't use Facebook; they use TikTok and other stuff. So
They use Snapchat.
when I started Facebook, it was for college kids only. That's why I actually went to college initially, was to get a Facebook because that was the thing, and it's just so different now.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. It's been my pleasure. Last Rabbit podcast.
Let's go.